This video will explain how to update your version of Gorilla 6 to the latest version of the Gorilla 6 series. For this tutorial, I'm going to update Gorilla 6.1.3 to 6.1.4. But the same procedure will work if you are updating from an earlier version of Gorilla 6, for example 6.1.0. If version 6.1.5 comes out, for example, the same procedure will work if you are updating from 6.1.4 to 6.1.5. So, if you are on a Macintosh, let's go to our Applications folder and locate your Gorilla 6 folder. It's possible that you installed Gorilla 6 in a different directory, so if that is the case, go to that directory. Similarly, if you are on Windows, go to your C drive. By default, Gorilla 6 is installed in your root C drive, but you can install it anywhere on your Windows machine as long as it is installed in a directory where you have full read and write privileges. Inside the Gorilla 6 folder, you will see at least 4 folders which look like this. The one you will be updating is the Gorilla 6.1.3 folder, right here. After the update, a new folder called Gorilla 6.1.4, or a later version, will be installed here in this folder right next to the Gorilla 6.1.3 folder. The update process does not, I repeat, does not delete your existing Gorilla 6.x folder, in this case 6.1.3. Okay, so let's download the updater. After you do, you will find the zipped file in your Downloads folder. This will be the case if you are on a Macintosh or if you are on a Windows machine. The name of the 6.1.4 updater is gum614.zip. If you're on Windows, the file name is guw for Windows, 614.zip. I will go over both the Macintosh updater and the Windows updater. For Macintosh, double-click the file to expand it. It will expand to a .dmg file. Double-click that file, and the Gorilla 6 updater will launch. This is telling you to drag the Gorilla 6 updater folder to your Applications folder. So let's do that. Then the instructions tell you to go to that folder and select the Click Me to Update file. I'm going to close this window and go to my Applications folder. Notice now there is a Gorilla 6 updater folder right below the Gorilla 6 folder. A big mistake some users make is to ignore the instructions and open this folder and then go straight to the Gorilla 6.1.4 folder and launch Gorilla from there. Don't do that. Double-click the Click Me to Update file. This will launch the updater program. As mentioned before, this will not delete your old Gorilla 6.x folders. It is also a very good idea to save all schedules and budgets in your current version of Gorilla before you update. But this is not required, as the updater will copy all your schedules and budgets from the old version into the new version. Click Continue. The next screen will show you all the Gorilla 6.x folders that reside in the Gorilla 6 folder in the Applications folder. If you installed Gorilla in a different directory, you can select the Select a Different Location button and locate your Gorilla 6.1.3 or other Gorilla 6.x folder. I'm going to select this one here, the Gorilla 6.1.3 folder in the list, since this is the one I want to update. Next, the updater will ask you to click the Finish button. This will launch the new version and will start to copy all your data from the old version to the new version, so let this process complete. It could take a few minutes. Once complete, the latest version of Gorilla will open. To check this, go to the Extras pull-down menu and select About Gorilla 6. On the bottom of the screen, the version and the build number will appear. All your schedules and budgets should have been transferred from the old version of Gorilla that you selected. If they are not, then quit Gorilla. Go to your Applications folder. Notice that you will see two Gorilla.6 folders here. In this case, our old version, 6.1.3, and now the new version, 6.1.4. Go ahead and launch the older version, in this case, 6.1.3. All your schedules and budgets should still be here in this version. If they are not, it's possible that you have another Gorilla 6.1.3 folder somewhere else on your hard drive that you have to locate. You can save all your schedules and budgets if you need to, and then load them into the new version. But as mentioned before, all your schedules and budgets should have transferred into the new version. Since we are here, notice that you still have the Gorilla Updater folder in your Applications folder. You no longer need this folder and can delete it. Now, let me show you how to update on Windows. Let's first locate the Gorilla 6 folder. On my machine, it is installed in the root C drive, which is where it installs by default. And here it is. If I open the folder, notice I see the same 4 folders, one of which is the Gorilla 6.1.3 folder, the one we are going to update. After you download the updater, it will appear in your Downloads folder. And here it is. The name of the file is guw614.zip. Again, if the updater is for a different version, the last 3 numbers will reflect that version, for example, 615 or 616, etc. I'm going to expand this file. It will expand to a .exe file, which you can then launch. If you receive this message that the Gorilla 6 updater is already installed on your system, just click Yes to uninstall it, and then install it again. To install the updater program, follow the steps here. So click Next when prompted where to install. The default location will be the root C drive. That's okay. It will not install the new Gorilla version here, just the updater program. So click Next, then Next again, and then Install. You will see this message that the installer is launching, so please wait. And then the Gorilla Updater program will automatically launch. Go ahead and click the Continue button down here. The next screen will show you all the Gorilla 6 folders that reside in your Gorilla 6 folder on your root C drive. So, if you have installed Gorilla 6 in a different location, this list will be empty. You can select the Gorilla 6.1.3 folder in another location by selecting the Select a Different Location button and locating the Gorilla 6.1.3 folder that you want to update. I'm going to select this one here in the list. Next, the updater will ask you to click the Finish button. This will launch the new version and will start to copy all your data from the older version to the new version. So let this process complete. It could take a few minutes. Once complete, the latest version of Gorilla will open. All your schedules and budgets should have been transferred from the old version of Gorilla that you selected. You can then delete the Gorilla Updater folder that was installed in the C drive. Remember, whether you update using a Macintosh or a Windows machine, the updater does not delete your old Gorilla 6.1.3 or whatever version you are updating from folder. This means that all your schedules and budgets that are located in that version still remain in that version. Lastly, please remember to update your dock or your Windows shortcut to the new version. I'll do this here on my Mac. Down here, I have my Gorilla 6.1.3 launcher. I'm going to delete it and then go to the new folder, Gorilla 6.1.4, find the Gorilla icon, and drag it to the dock. If you have a shortcut on your Windows desktop, you must update the shortcut in the same way. Delete the old shortcut and go to the Gorilla 6.1.4 folder or later and create a new shortcut. If you still have problems updating, remember you can always save all your schedules and budgets in your old version to a location outside the Gorilla 6 folder, for example, your desktop, and then reinstall the full version of Gorilla, which is the free trial. This will overwrite your existing Gorilla 6 folder entirely. After you register and authorize the new version, you can always load your schedules and budgets into the new version from their saved location on your desktop or wherever you save them. If you still need assistance, email us at support@junglesoftware.com.